Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome to today's video. In this video, what we're going to be looking at are pending orders. What are pending orders? What are the different types of pending orders and how you can actually use them in your trading to make it a better experience. If that sounds interesting, stick with us until the end. If you find value in the video, please do share with a few friends that you believe the video will be of help to them. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, what are pending orders? Pending orders are orders that you can place in the market that allows the broker to automatically execute an order for you once it reaches a certain price range, right? So for instance, let's assume you're in this market right here. This is the DXY, and you are anticipating to say, okay, once prices reach here at around 104, 189, you want the market, you want to buy once prices reach here. But unfortunately, maybe you have something you want to do, or you just don't want to sit at the screen watching until prices reach here. That's where the pending orders come in play. That's where the pending orders come in play to save the day, right? Now, we're going to look into all that, but first, we need to look at the different types of pending orders, right? So we got 4 different types of pending orders. We get 4 different types of pending orders in the Forex market. Okay. We got 4. So the first one that we have, okay, we have a buy stop. Okay. We have a buy stop. We have a second one. We have a sell stop. All right. And then the third one. Oh, let's go one pending order at a time. I think that will be better, right? So let's start with the buy stop. How does the buy stop work? Okay, now with the buy stop, this actually works when a market is in an uptrend and you believe once prices maybe pass a certain limit, prices will have to keep on being bullish. So let's assume you're in this same market here. Prices are in this bullish trend. You're like, okay, prices are looking pretty good. Prices are looking pretty good. And now prices reached here. You are like, okay, now if prices maybe reach here, if prices break this structure and reach here, I want to be into the market. I want to be in because I believe prices will keep on going higher. So what you do is that at this point here, you place a buy stop. So for instance, it's 104.256. So you enter in the market execution order and you place a buy stop right here, right? So you enter your MetaTrader 4, enter a buy stop, and then you place the order right here, right? Once you place it, once the prices reach here, the order will be triggered. The order will be triggered. You can automatically set everything, stop loss and take profit, and the order will be triggered whether you're live or not, whether your data is on or not. Like, it's automatic. Once you set it, it's on. So a buy stop, how it operates is that you set a price where you want your order to be executed, but prices have to be below that. That means they have to be below that order so that once prices reach here or where you anticipate the order, where you anticipate prices, once they reach there, the order the prices will keep on going higher. Once the order is executed, so prices will keep on being bullish. So a buy stop is placed once prices are below it, and you anticipate once prices reach there, they'll keep on going higher. So this is how a buy stop operates, right? Now we have a second order, which is a sell stop. A sell stop is typically the opposite of this. So for instance, now let's zoom back here maybe. to look for a bearish trend. So typically with a sell order, okay, let's not go far. Maybe you are looking at the market at this range. You are like, okay, I anticipate this is the false breakout, but you don't want to take the order until prices fully break below this structure. You're like, okay, cool. Now, if prices break below this structure, I want to be in. I want to be in. I want to go in, right? So that means you can place a sell stop somewhere maybe here at about 102,462. So that means once the prices reach here, your order will be triggered. You'll be in that sell order, but prices have to be above that. You can't place a sell stop once prices are below and then you place a sell stop above that. It doesn't work that way. Prices have to be above that so that once they reach there, they can trigger it and, you know, keep on falling with it, right? So with a sell stop, it's basically the opposite of a buy stop, where prices have to be above where you think or where you want to place your sell stop. And once prices reach there, so that your order can be triggered and you can ride the wave with it. So that's a sell stop. So these are stop orders, right? Which is the first type of pending orders that they are. Buy stops, where you believe it's prices, once they reach a certain level, they'll keep on going higher. You'll use a buy stop. If you believe prices, once they reach a certain place, they'll keep on going lower, you use a sell stop. Okay. Now we have two other types of pending orders in the market that are called limit orders. Now with limit orders, these are different. So for instance, you see this buy stop, prices were going higher, and you say if prices reach here, they'll keep on going higher. So that's where I place my buy stop. With limit orders, they do the opposite of that. So for instance, you see this is an uptrend, right? But currently prices are kind of in this retracement downtrend. Hopefully once prices maybe reach here, prices will keep on going higher, right? Probably once they retest this trend line. So you're saying, okay, once prices reach here, I want to buy, right? Once prices reach here, I want to buy. So what you'll be placing here is a buy limit. Let me press that. That's a buy limit. Here, you'll be placing a buy limit order right there. So that means once prices go up, they go up, and then once they retrace, once the prices reach here, your buy order will be triggered, believing that prices will keep on going higher and you won't be left behind. So that's how a buy limit operates. So with a buy limit, is that you anticipate prices to come back to a certain level, but once they reach there, you anticipate prices to keep on going higher. Now, that's where you'll be placing your buy limit. You're anticipating maybe whatever is happening right now is just a retracement. It's not a continuation. So once prices reach maybe a certain level, they'll kick off and keep on going higher. That is what you place a buy limit. And it's the same scenario as here. So maybe you anticipate once prices reach here, they'll start buying. So here is where you'll be placing your buy limit, right? So you got also the other type, which is the opposite of that, which is the sell limit. So with the sell limit, it's just the opposite of that. So for instance, you saw this structure here a while ago before prices reached here, and you are like, okay, cool. So prices now, they are going higher, but once they reach here, I believe maybe they'll give a small retracement until here. Maybe you saw this, maybe you anticipated this. So that means at around here, at where the structure is, around here, you can place a sell limit and you be like, okay, once prices reach here, I want my orders to be placed at sell. I want a sell order to be placed so that prices can, you know, so that they can be in this move. So this is where you place a sell limit, right? That means you're placing a limit or an order, a pending order, that prices are now coming bullish, but once they reach a certain structure, now this can be anything, can be a trend line, can be a Fibonacci, can be a structure, but you know that once prices reach at that point, prices will have a big probability of reversing and keep on going lower. So here you'll be placing a sell limit. So that's the difference between these pending orders that can be used in the Forex market. You have a buy stop where prices have to be below the place where you're placing the buy stop. Sell stop, prices have to be above where you're placing the base stop, where you believe if prices reach there, they'll continue going lower. So the difference between buy stops and sell limits, or the difference between stop limiting orders and stop orders is that with stop orders, you believe the prices will keep on going in the same direction. But with limit orders, you believe once prices reach a certain point, they'll reverse and go the opposite direction. That's fundamentally the difference between stop orders and limit orders. With stop, you believe prices will keep on going the same direction once they reach a certain point. With limit orders, you believe prices will reverse once they reach a certain order, once they reach a certain place. So these are the 4 different types of orders that can be found in the Forex markets, and that I've always been using, and I believe will be of help to you if you want to place an order, or if maybe you are caught up in a day and you just don't want to watch the market and you don't want to be missed out on a trade. You can use the pending orders to help you out. So if this video has been of help to you, please give us a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you won't miss out on future content whenever we release them. And please do share with a friend if you found the content to be of help. Till next time, nothing but peace and love from this side. Take it easy out there.